Welcome to Sports Time Machines Monday Night Baseball for 1978. As we're going to be doing a little bit something different in the Yankee replay since the Yankees are not playing on TV for this Monday night. We will show you a Monday night game in its way. So the Los Angeles Dodgers will be taking on the Cincinnati Reds in the first game of a 3-game series from Dodger Stadium. And we'll take a look at the statistics of the 1978 season so far, so you kind of have an idea what people are doing, what the stats are. I know it's pretty late. It's like 12:30 my time, so hopefully we'll get some people come in. If not, please, when you come in and watch it on replay, we ask you to hopefully watch the entire game. Tonight, the Cincinnati Reds come in last place in the National League West, 3-7, while the Los Angeles Dodgers are 4-4. Let's go over the league leaders and our grand totals. That kind of tells you something what our teams are playing with right now. In the major league totals right now, the Cincinnati Reds are only hitting 226 as a team, while the Los Angeles Dodgers at least are respectable and are hitting 315 as a team with 11 home runs. So their pitching must not be pitching well right now. As for the pitching staffs in the National League so far, it is so far the Cincinnati Reds at 5.11 ERA, and the Los Angeles Dodgers are 5.14. So they're getting the offense, but not the pitching so far. We'll now take you to baseball right now. And on the mound is Bert Hooten. He will pitch today. Again, this game will be played computer versus computer. I have set the rotations and the bullpen, so hopefully the right guys will come out, and hopefully the pitchers will last as long as I feel they should. Dodgers defense: Baker in left, Monday in center, Reggie Smith in right, Say at third, Russell at short, Lopes at second, Garvey at first. Steve Yeager is your catcher, and on the mound, Bert Hooten, 1-0. He has a 2.00 ERA. Complete game his first start. Gave up 7 hits over 9 innings, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. For the Reds, Pete Rose leading off at third, Ken Griffey batting second in right field, Joe Morgan batting third at second, George Foster in left batting fourth, Dan Dreesen batting fifth at first, Johnny Bench behind the plate batting sixth, Dave Concepcion batting seventh at short, Cesar Geronimo batting eighth in center, and Bill Bonham will bat ninth and pitching. Let's do this from Dodgers Stadium, one of the beautiful venues in all baseball. So let's do this. Rose leads off, hitting .325, 2 doubles, and 5 runs batted in. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in, has that great knuckle curve, and here's his pitch. And that will be a walk. So Rose takes first base on the walk. So Bert Hooten has already been kind of scuffed around a little bit. Here is Ken Griffey. He's only hitting .205, 3 doubles, 5 RBIs. He had a great 1978 start of a season where he led the majors in hitting for partial of the year. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in from Rose at first. Yeager with a good arm. I don't see Rose trying to steal. Here's the pitch, and Griffey will lay down a perfect bunt picked up by Garvey. He'll throw to Lopes covering, and Rose will take second base. So Ken Griffey gives himself up on a bunt, and the Reds have a runner on second and 1 out. Here is the second baseman, Joe Morgan. He's hitting .242, 2 doubles, a home run, and 5 runs batted in. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten from the stretch, runner on second and 1 out. Pitch to Joe Morgan. 5-8, pop up to second. Lopes is there, backs up, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here is the big left fielder, George Foster. 3 home runs, 8 RBIs on the season, coming off a fantastic 1977 campaign where he won the most valuable player. He'll come in here. Singles are a 1-9 to left-handers. Home runs are a 1-12. So good ballpark for getting extra base hits. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in from the stretch. Runner on second, 2 out. Pitch to George. 4-6 and walked him. So Foster takes first base. So the Reds got 2 on, and there's 2 outs all by the walk. And now here's this tough first baseman, Dan Dreesen, who took over, hitting .152. He took over when Tony Perez went to Montreal, and so far doing a fine job. You can tell he's a good hitter. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten from the stretch, first and second, 2 out. Pitch to Dreesen. That's a fly ball left field. Baker should have it. That's a tough play. Runs in and doesn't make the catch. It drops in front of him. Runner will score. Foster will go to third, and it's 1-0 Cincinnati. So an RBI base hit for Dan Dreesen drops a base hit in front of Baker, and the Reds take a 1-zip lead. Now here's Johnny Bench hitting 189, 2 runs batted in. Yeager puts down the target. Hooten looks in from the stretch. 1-0 Reds, 2 outs here in the first. And the pitch. And that will be a ground ball short. Russell, that could be a tough play for Russell. Throws them out. The Lopes covering. But the Reds, 1 run, 1 hit, 2 walks. The walk scores. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Cincinnati 1, Los Angeles 0. Bottom of the first here in Los Angeles. Here is your Dodger lineup. We'll see how they do here. Dodger lineup is Lopes leading off. Bill Russell batting second. Reggie Smith batting third. Ron Say batting fourth. Steve Garvey batting fifth. Dusty Baker batting sixth. Rick Monday batting seventh. Steve Yeager batting eighth. And Burt Hooten will bat ninth. Bill Bonham's the pitcher. He's 1-0, 3.94 ERA, 19 hits over 16 innings, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, is yet to give up a home run. Reds defensively, Foster in left, Geronimo in center, Griffey in right, Russell at third, Geronimo at short, Morgan at second, Dreesen at first. Bench behind the plate, and the pitcher is Bill Bonham. So Bonham comes in, the right-hander, against Dave Lopes. Lopes hitting 333, 2 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, 8 RBIs. Bench sets the target. Bonham looks in. Here's the pitch to Lopes. And that's a line drive right at Morgan, makes the catch. And now here's the shortstop, Bill Russell. Boys, he had a start, hitting 425, 40 at-bats, 3 doubles, and 2 ribbies. Let's take a look at the league leaders brought to you by Geico, the leader of insurance. And we'll take a look at our league leaders and see where Bill Russell ranks with his 425 average so far in the majors this year. This is kind of based on American and National. It looks like Bill Russell is 4th with his 425 average. Teammate Dusty Baker is hitting 433. No other Dodgers or Reds are in the top 10, just to let you know. We'll be back with that in case we need more statistics during the day. Again, the statistics are brought to you by Geico, the leaders in insurance. Here is Bill Russell. He'll lead off. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Russell. 4-9, ground ball to short. Concepcion, he'll gobble it. He'll throw it out, makes the play. 2 outs. Here is Reggie Smith. This Dodger team had a lot of offense in the 70s. He's hitting 303, 4 homers, 9 runs batted in. He's a switch hitter, batting from the left-hand side. This is a year he hit righties pretty well. Bench puts down the target. Bonham looks in. Here is the pitch to Reggie Smith. 4-4, ground ball to third. That's Rose. He comes up with it. He'll have to come up with it and make the play, and does. The Dodgers go 3 up, 3 down. Let's head to the top of the second here in Los Angeles. It's 1-0 Reds. So top of the second here in Dodger Stadium. Dave Concepcion, followed by Cesar Geronimo and Bill Bottom, will bat for the Reds here in the second against Burt Hooten. Yeager sets the target. Hooten looks in. Big windup and pitch to Concepcion. And that is a fly ball left field. Baker there makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Here's Cesar Geronimo hitting 233, no homers, 3 RBIs. He bats from the left-hand side. Yeager puts down the target. Hooten looks in from the windup and the pitch. That will be a struck him out. Knuckle curveball. He got him. Here is Bill Bonham. Pretty good hitter. 43 at-bats, hit 186, 4 doubles and 9 strikeouts. He'll hit from the right-hand side against Hooten. Yeager sets the target. Hooten looks in from the windup and pitch. That will be a line drive base hit for Bill Bonham. So the pitcher gets himself on the board, a 2-out hit. And now here's Pete Rose. He walked and scored his first time up. Rose again, switch hitter, batting from the left-hand side. Again, having a solid campaign, hitting at 325. Yeager puts down the target. Hooten looks in with the windup to Pete Rose. And that will be another line drive in the gap left center field. Can Monday get to it? He can. Bottom will go to third, but he'll score. Oh my, it was a double and no stars. They're not going to throw home, and Bonham scores without even a throw. So the Dodgers concede the run, and the Reds lead 2-0. So that's an RBI double for Rose. Here's Griffey. Griffey's now does not have an official at bat. He bunted his first time up. Yeager puts down the target. Hooten looks in. Here's the pitch to Griffey. And that is going to be a line drive base hit for Griffey. Rose will stop at third, and the Reds got something going. The Reds won this game in real life 8-2. They really hit Hooten hard, and look what they're doing in this game. They're up 2-0 in the second. Here's Morgan. He's 0 for 1. Popped up his first time up. Yeager puts down the target. Hooten looks in from the stretch. First and third, 2 outs. Let's see if they run Griffey. Nope. The pitch to Morgan. 5-2, 5 ball, shallow left. Baker's in, doesn't have to move, makes the catch. The Reds get a run. They strain 2. And after an inning and a half here in Hollywood, Reds 2, Dodgers nothing. So the Dodgers will come up with, say, Garvey and Baker. That here in the bottom of the second inning here for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Say hitting 258, 2 RBIs. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom, here it is with a full lineup and deals to Say. 1-6 and struck him out. Bill Bottom gets his first strikeout of the day. Good pitch there by the righty. 1 away in the second. And now here is Steve Garvey hitting 355 on the year. 1 home run and 6 runs batted in. We'll look at the stats and see if he makes it. He is just out of the reach of the top 12, I believe, as Terry Poole's hitting 372 is the bottom man. So Garvey having a fantastic start on the season, has 6 runs batted in. So here it is. Bottom looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Garvey. And Garvey, 5 ball, shallow center. Geronimo is a good glove man. Here's Dusty Baker. He's one of the tops in hitting so far. He's hitting .433 with 2 doubles, so no triples, no home runs. Baker having a solid start. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom, the right-hander looks in. Full windup and pitch to Baker. 110, ground ball to short. Concepcion throws him out to Dreesen. And the Dodgers go 1-2-3. Let's head to the third in Hollywood. 2-0 Cincinnati. Foster, Dreesen bench to bat for the Reds against Hooten. Yeager puts down the sign for him. Hooten looks in. Here comes the knuckle curve. I bet the Foster in the pitch. 3-7 and struck him out. Boy, that knuckle curve was coming. Got behind 1-2. And Foster looked like a fool. 1 away in the third. Here's Dreesen. That knuckle curve just dances around, and Hooten knows how to throw it. Dreesen 1 for 1. RBI knock back in the first. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in. Here's the pitch to Dreesen. 2-6. Deep drive right center field. That could be trouble. Monday plays the hop. Dreesen around first, and he'll get in the second with a stand-up double. A 1-out double for Dan Dreesen. So the Reds got a runner in scoring position, 1 out. Here's JB, Johnny Bench. Bench so far on the year, hit into a forced out his first time up. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Bench. And that will be a fly ball left field. Baker will camp in under it, make the catch, and Dreesen will hold up with 2 outs. So here's Dave Concepcion. Concepcion flight out, considered to be one of the finest shortstops, especially one coming out of Venezuela. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in. Runner on second, 2 outs. Concepcion trying to get a man in scoring position, 2 outs. The pitch. And he hits a base hit for Concepcion. They'll wave Dreesen home. He'll score without a throw. And the Reds now have a picket fence going. They have a run in the first, the second, and the third. RBI for David. Reds lead 3-0. So now here's Concepcion. Hooten in trouble here. Down 3-0, 2 outs in the third. That was the 6th hit for Cincinnati. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in from the stretch. Runner on first and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Concepcion. Geronimo danced off the bag, and Hooten had to step off. So Hooten definitely getting distracted out there. Hooten from the stretch, trying to keep Concepcion close. Here's the pitch to Geronimo. And that's a base hit for Geronimo. Concepcion will go to second. He'll try to hit the third and makes it. He had a good jump off the bag, and was 2 outs, and he got the third. First and third, 2 outs for the Reds here. Here's Bill Bonham. Again, he singled and scored back in the second. 7 hits for the Reds, 2 2/3. Hooten getting roughed up a bit here. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten from the stretch. You can tell he's kind of huffing puffing out there. He's trying to get through these innings. He is laboring. Here's the pitch pitch to Bonham, and that will be a line drive caught by Say. And the Reds will strand 2 more. We go to the bottom of the third. It's the Reds definitely denying this happy Hollywood ending here in Los Angeles. It's 3-0 Cincinnati. So it'll be Monday, followed by Yeager and Hooten, the bat for the Dodgers here in the third. So we're just back to action here. We're taking a little time out. Here's Monday. Rick Monday. We just came out of Flag Day, folks. Of course, he's known for saving the American flag when he's a member of the Chicago Cubs, hitting .290, 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom looks in. Here's the pitch to Monday. And Monday hits a line drive. It's through the middle for a base hit. So Monday has the Dodgers' first hit. So now here's the catcher, Mr. Steve Yeager. Yeager's hitting .308, solid start on the year with 2 homers and 5 runs batted in. Again, we take a look at the Geico leaderboard, as right now the leader in home runs in Major League Baseball is Andre Thornton with 4. So Thornton, Willie Horton have 4. The leaders in the National League in home runs is Reggie Smith, actually. He has 4. And he's followed by George Foster right here with 3. Joe Ferguson for the Astros has 3. Davey Lopes has 3. Those are your National League leaders so far in the majors in home runs. So here is Yeager. He'll lead off here. Bottom third, nobody out. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Yeager. 1-8, ground ball to third. He'll go to second, but that's it. Good slide by Monday. We'll break up a chance at a double play. Yeager gets across the bag in time. Runner on first and 1 out. Here's the pitcher, Burt Hooten. He'll bat for himself. 67 at bats, hitting .149, couple RBIs. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom looks in from the stretch, and Bottom will still lay down a 1-out bunt. Yeager will head the second, and Hooten thrown out. So Tommy Lasorda still trying to play by the percentages here. Runner on second and 2 outs, and here's Davey Lopes. Lopes lined out his first time up, came in the game hitting .325. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom from the stretch is a big chance to keep the Dodgers off the scoreboard. Pitch to Lopes, and there's a base hit for Lopes. Yeager will go around third. He'll score without a throw. Lopes will stop at first. Then the Dodgers are in this game, and it's 3-1. So RBI Lopes, and here's Bill Russell. So now runner on first and 2 outs. Lopes a great chance to steal. One of America's best stolen base thieves out there. So Lopes will probably get a good jump, but a great catcher and bench will definitely keep this honest. Let's see if he tries to steal off Johnny. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom worked from the stretch. Doesn't hold runners off well. Let's see if they try to send Lopes here. And they do, and Lopes danced back, and Bottom had to go back. So he got Lopes to kind of go the other way and stay close to the bag. That'll keep Lopes from probably trying to steal. Runner on first, 2 outs, right-handed hitting Russell the batter. Bench puts the target down. Bottom from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Russell. And that will be a fly ball center field. Geronimo, does he come up with it? Yes, he does. What a catch. Oh, my goodness. He made the catch. And it looks like that might have been I guess that was a regular catch. They say he ran into the wall. He's dazed. He struggled to his feet and still made the catch they claim. So it was a split 1, but luckily that was a deep fly. Luckily Geronimo was a 1 on there, made the catch, and we go to the fourth. Reds lead it 3-1. Through 3, the Reds 3 runs on 7 hits, while the Dodgers 1 run on 2 hits. America's scoreboard, A's and Twins 2-2. Royals over the Blue Jays 3-0. It is the White Sox leading the Tigers 4-1. Rangers and Indians 4-4. It is the Brewers leading the Red Sox 8-3. It is the Giants leading the Braves 7-0. Cardinals over the Mets 2-0. Phillies over the Pirates, our co-Monday night game 2-1. And the Angels leading the Mariners 5-4. Back to baseball, top of the fourth. Rose, Griffey, and Morgan batting for the 3rd time here in the 4th inning against Burt Hooten. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in. Here's the pitch to Pete Rose. And that is a line drive at Russell. He had to move a little bit and made a nice catch. Good job by Russell. And now here's Griffey. Griffey's 1 for 1 in the ball game. He had a sac bunt back in the first inning and singled back in the second. Yeager puts down the target. Hooten with the windup. Here's the pitch to Griffey. 4-7, ground ball to second. That's Lopes. He's got in his glove. Does he pick it up? Yes, he does. Good play by Lopes. 2 outs. And now here's Morgan. He's actually 0 for 2 in this ball game. He's popped up and flied out. Morgan kind of struggling with the bat so far. 35 at bats, 229. Small sample size. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in. Here's the pitch to Morgan. And that will be a walk. And again, Hooten asking where that was. That is walk number 3 for Burt. Doesn't strike out many, but he doesn't walk many either. So now here's Foster. You give a golden opportunity for George to hit with a man on and a chance to drive the ball here. Yeager goes out there and talks to him, comes back, sets the target, puts the sign down. Hooten nods, probably again looking for that knuckle curve he struck him out in the third with. And Morgan was trying to get a lead. So Morgan definitely not satisfied with the lead. He's still going to try to run. Hooten again kept Morgan close to the bag. Hooten from the stretch looks back at Morgan. Here's the pitch to Foster. And that will be a deep drive. Let's see if Baker can get to it way back far back in the seats for a home run. George Foster has hit a 2-run home run, and the Reds lead it 5-1. A 2-run homer for Big George. So the Reds lead 5-1. He is hit by high fives by Dan Dreesen, who's due up, as Foster crosses home plate, and the Reds lead by 4. As Burt Hooten is not pitching a good ball game today. He's been laboring every inning, and that time he got behind on Foster, and he had to groove one in there, and Foster let him have it by hitting a shot deep down the left field line and in the seats for a 2-run homer. Reds lead by 4 with 2 outs here in the 4th. Yeager puts down the sign for him. Hooten looks in. Dreesen 2 for 2. Here's the pitch to Dreesen, and that's a walk. And again, Hooten walks off the mound. You can tell he's upset. That's the 4th walk, along with the 8 hits. That's 12 base runners through 3 2/3. So bench to bat with a runner on first. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten working from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and he gets picked off. How about that? Hooten stepped off and threw to first, and he got him. So a pickoff attempt got Dreesen, and the Reds are done in the 4th. Reds score 2 on a 2-run homer by Foster. They now lead it by the score of 5-1. Bottom of the 4th here in Hollywood. Dodgers down by 4, and they're going to need one of those nice, happy Hollywood endings to get back in the game. So here's Reggie Smith. He grounded out his first time up. Again, Reggie Smith, one of the National League leading home run hitters with 4 home runs. He's got 9 runs batted in, and in the RBI chase in the National League also. Again, kind of keeping an eye on statistics. We don't go over this a lot in other broadcasts. 9 RBIs puts him kind of at the bottom of the list with everyone tied at 9. So far, leading the league is Willie Horton with 13. There's Jose Cruz that leads the National League with 10 RBIs. All the others above him are all American leaguers. So all American leagues having a really good season with the bat so far. Smith, a switch hitter, batting from the left-hand side. Bench puts down the sign, the pitch to Reggie Smith, and he hits a drive to right field. Griffey's not going to look, and that's gone. So it's a 5-2 ball game. Reggie Smith has hit his major league leading 5th home run of the year. It is now 5-2, and the Dodgers are back in as Ron Cey welcomes him at the plate, and Reggie Smith has his 5th of the year. Here's Ron Cey, the third baseman, 5-2 Cincinnati in the 4th. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom looks in. Here's the pitch to Cey, and that's a ground ball to short. Concepcion gets it, throws it out the first, and you have 1 out here in the 4th. Here's Garvey. He's 0 for 1. Bench puts down the sign for him. Bottom looks in. Here's the pitch to Garvey, and that will be a fly ball right field. Hits it the other way. Griffey doesn't move and makes the catch for out number 2. Here's Dusty Baker. Came in as one of the league's leaders in average, but surprisingly has no home runs and no RBIs so far. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom looks in with the windup and pitches. 3-11. That ball is deep to left field. Foster back. Lee makes the catch and brings it back. What a play by Foster. He homers earlier, and he literally robs a home run from Dusty Baker here in the fourth. We go to the fifth. It's 5-2 Reds. So again, George Foster stopping the Hollywood ending, or the good news story of these Dodgers here in California, by robbing him of a home run. By the way, that was a home run 1-12, and we rolled to 13. Ooh, that's a tough one to take. That's a robbery if I ever seen one. So a 5-2 Red lead here in the fifth. Here's bench. It'll be followed by Concepcion and Geronimo. It'll be righty, lefty against Hooten here in the fifth. Again, he's given up 8 hits, 4 walks. That's 12 base runners through 4 innings. Much too much for Hooten. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in. Here's the pitch to bench. 1-7, 5 ball to center. Rick Monday's there. Makes the catch, and he got 1 out here in the fifth. Here's Dave Concepcion. He's 1 for 2. RBI single back in the third. 1 away. Hooten needs a nice and easy 1, 2, 3 inning to get him back in this. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in with a full windup to Concepcion. 6-11, fly ball to left. Baker didn't get to that one last time. Does he make this catch? Yes, he does. Good catch by Baker as he throws it back in. 2 outs in the fifth. And here's Cesar Geronimo. He's 1 for 2. Single back in the third inning. 5-2 Cincinnati. 2 outs here in the fifth. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in, and the windup to Cesar. And Cesar hits a shot over the head of Monday. That'll go to the wall. Good play by Smith to back it up. Geronimo will hold up at second, and the Reds again have a man on second with 2 outs with a Geronimo double. So now here's Bill Bonham batting in the fifth. Bonham is 1 for 2 with a single back in the second. Big situation for Hooten to get out of this inning. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten from the stretch. Runner on second, 2 out, 5-2 Reds. Pitch to the opposing pitcher. Line drive at Ron Say to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 5-2 Reds. So bottom of the fifth here in Hollywood. The Dodgers trying to mount a little bit of a comeback. Here's Monday, Yeager, and Hooten. Monday so far has had a single. He's 1 for 1. He normally plays a lot versus righties. Looks like he sits a lot against lefties. Bench puts down the sign. Bonham looks in. Here's a pitch to Monday. 3-12. That ball is deep and gone. That's down the right field line. It's gone. So the Dodgers are inching their way back in it. Home run Rick Monday. And he has a big home run for himself. So Monday homers. And it is not Blue Monday. So it's now 5-3 Reds. So the Dodgers inching themselves back in it. Reggie Smith homered back in the fourth. Monday's homered here in the fifth. And the Dodgers are now down 2 here in the fifth. Here's Yeager. He's 0 for 1 with a run scored. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom looks in. Here's the pitch to Yeager. And Yeager hits a line drive base hit. So Yeager is on. So now here's Hooten. I'm assuming they'll probably bunt him over here and keep him in the game. We'll see if they do. Bench puts down the sign for him. Bottom from the stretch. And they do bunt Hooten. It's a nice one. Yeager will go to second. They'll throw Hooten out at first. And there's 1 out and a runner in scoring position. So here's Lopes. Single and an RBI back in the third. He's 1 for 2. He's now hitting .341 on the season. That's top 15 in the majors. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom from the stretch. Runner on second. 1 out. 5-3 Cincinnati. 4-12 back to Bonham. He'll look. Yeager back. Throw a strike to Dreesen. And there's 2 outs. Here's Russell. Came in the game as one of the majors' leading hitters. He's 0 for 2. Average has dipped, if you want to call it that, to .405. He's got a runner in scoring position. Big opportunity for Bill to get a run across and get the Dodgers closer. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom from the stretch. 5-3 Reds. Here's the pitch to Russell. And that will be a line drive. Oh, no. What a play there by Concepcion. He robbed him by going to his right and got the liner. So they'll hold the runner at second, but the Dodgers inch closer. We played 5. It's 5-3 Reds. What a conclusion to this Hollywood movie we're going to have. So far, the Reds 5 runs on 9 hits, while the Dodgers 3 runs on 5 hits. As we look inside the box score, it is Bill Bonham working 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned. 2 of them have been the long ball. Burt Hooten has gone 5 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 4 walks, which have been big, 2 strikeouts, and given up a home run. Doubles by Rose, Dreesen, and Geronimo. Home runs by Foster, Smith, and Monday. As we head to the 6th inning, again, we'll take a look at our scoreboard at the end of the 6th inning. Let's see if what Rose, Griffey, and Morgan do. Hooten again needs a good inning here. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in. Here's the pitch to Rose. He's 1 for 2. And that's a pop-up. Oh, he popped it up. Garvey backs up, makes the catch. And there's 1 out here in the 6th. Big opportunity there. Here's Griffey. He's 1 for 2. Sack bunt, has a single back to second. He grounds it out in the 4th. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in. Here's the pitch to Griffey. 5-9, ground ball to short. Tough play for Griffey. Does he come up with it? You know he does not. That's a hit. So he couldn't come up with a hit. He had in his glove, and he couldn't pull it out in time. Griffey beats it out with a base hit. So the Reds have their 10th hit in the ball game, and now here's little Joe Morgan. Morgan 0 for 2 in the ball game. Always a tough hitter. He's only hitting .229 on the season. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten working from the stretch. Runner on first, 1 out. See if Griffey tries to run. Griffey taking a lead, but nope, they're going to pitch to Morgan. That's a catch X. That's Yeager. Does he make the play? Yes, he does. Good catch there. It was, let's read it, curveball blown away. Morgan reaches for it, pops it straight up. 2 players have a chance at it. It'll be Yeager making the play for the out. So now there is 2 outs here in the 6th. And it'll bring up Foster 1 for 2. And that 1 hit was a huge home run back in the 4th inning. That went to the seats in left field. This is a tough situation here. You got Dreesen on deck, who's been hot. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten from the stretch. He cannot get behind Foster here. And there's a swing and a base hit for Foster down the line. Griffey will go 1st to 3rd easy. Foster with his 2nd hit in the ball game, and the Reds got 1st and 2nd, 2 outs with hit number 11. That's 15 base runners in 5 2/3 on Hooten. Dreesen 2 for 2 with a walk so far. So the Dodgers trying to stay close here. It's 5-3, crucial situation. You don't pull Hooten this early out, but boy, if I was managing him, you have a couple lefties out there to get some outs. I almost would want to turn Dreesen around. He hits extremely well against righties. Then again, he got Bench and Concepcion, the follow, who murdered lefties. So it's kind of a difficult situation. Yeager will put down the sign. Hooten working from the stretch. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. Pitch to Dreesen, and he hits a line drive at Russell, and Hooten gets out of it. Wow, they strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th in Hollywood. It's 5-3 Reds. Let's take a look at some statistics here. The Reds so far have left 9 on base. The Dodgers have left 2. That could come back and haunt them here. 5-3. This is probably going to be Bill Bonham's last inning. You can tell he's kind of laboring a little more out there. Reds do got bullpen working. It'll be Smith, Say, and Garvey, middle of this tough Dodger lineup. Smith in the game has ground out and then hit a long home run his last time up in the 4th. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom with the windup. Here's the pitch to Reggie Smith. And that's a fly ball to center. That should be easy as Geronimo as he comes in and makes the catch for out number 1. 1 out in the 6th for Ron Say. Say in the ball game is an 0 for 2 so far. So Say comes in, swinging away. Came in the game, now hitting .242 after being 0 for 2. He'll be followed by Garvey. Bench puts down the sign. Bottom looks in. Here's the pitch to Say. And that'll be a pop-up behind the plate. Let's see if Johnny can get to it and makes the catch. So 2 outs. We now go to the bottom of the 6th. Steve Garvey, the batter. So Garvey has a fight out both times. Now he's down to .333. That'll be 11 for 33, you math wizards. 2 doubles, a homer, and 6 runs batted in. So with 2 outs in the 6th, Steve comes up. Bench puts down the sign. Can Bonham get through 6 and give it to the bullpen? Here's the pitch to Garvey, and he does. Ground ball to third. Rose got it, throws them out, and Sparky Anderson is out there patting him on the back, and I believe that should be all for Bill Bonham. So Bonham gets through 6. Now, this should be the last inning for Hooten, we're thinking. You can tell he already has an elevated pitch count, but you don't want to bring a lefty here and pitch to these guys who murder the left-handers. Bench, Concepcion, and then if they get on, you may see a lefty. The pitch to Geronimo. We'll see how this works. Top of the 7th, Reds by 2. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten looks in. Here's the pitch to Bench. And Bench hits a line drive deep to left center field. Back goes Baker. Runs out of room. Gone. Home run. So Johnny Bench, who normally tattoos left-handers, just destroyed a Burt Hooten fastball on the inside part of the plate. And the Reds take a 6-3 lead. What a shot by Bench. So that's Bench's first home run of the year. So it took April 17th for Johnny to get his first. 6-3 Reds. So now here's Dave Concepcion as Tommy Lasorda is really getting his bullpen up fast here. He may get Hooten out here sooner. Yeager puts down the sign. Hooten from the windup. Here's the pitch to Concepcion. And there's a strikeout on the knuckle curve. 1 out in the 7th. Here's Geronimo. Again, Tommy staying put. He may try to get Hooten through this. Yeager puts down the sign for him. Hooten looks in. Full windup to Geronimo. And that will be a line drive or pop-up toward Lopes. Makes the catch. And there's 2 outs. So here's Bill Bonham. Will you let him bat? You know he's not going to pitch next inning. This will be the situation for a pinch hitter. But he may just bat for himself. Let's see. Cincinnati. Do I want to jump ahead and maybe bat somebody else for him, like a Mike Lum or a Junior Kennedy? Lum's been up 1 time, 3 times, 1 hit, and that was a home run. That must have been a pinch hitting home run for Mike Lum. That's somebody to think about. Will they let him bat will be the question. We'll see if they do. Here's the pitch, and they will bat. Bonham. Does not make sense to me. Ground ball to first. Garvey takes himself, and that will do it. So the Reds will now go to Manny Sarmiento. So far in the year, Sarmiento has won 7 innings, 10 hits, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2.45 ERAs. The ERA has been pretty good. He's been in there, not giving up many runs. He'll pitch to Baker, Monday, Yeager here in the 7th. Dodgers now down by 3. The Reds 6 runs on 12 hits, while the Dodgers 3 runs on 5 hits. Good ball game here in Dodger Stadium as the Dodgers have taken the lead here in this Monday Night Baseball broadcast. We are doing all the Yankee games, but we're also going to plug in some other Major League games when the Yankees are not playing officially on TV, just to keep the schedule moving that way. And if there's anything exciting that I want to broadcast the Yankees on televised, I'll do that. They're just playing the Orioles in this early series, a 2-gamer, and it's Catfish Hunter, which I think I'm going to get bombed anyway with. I'll probably play that one offline, and we'll see about game 2. All right, here is Baker. He'll come up here, bottom of the 7th. Dodgers down 3. Bench puts down the sign. The right-hander Sarmiento with the pitch to Baker. And for Baker, the walk. So Baker takes the walk. He'll take first. And the Dodgers now have a chance to build something here. Here's Monday's 2 for 2, single in the 3rd, and a long home run in the 5th. And that was Monday's 2nd home run of the year. Bench puts down the sign. Sarmiento from the stretch. Runner on first and nobody out. Pitch to Monday. 1-7, and he walks. So Sarmiento has put the tying runners on, and the fans here in L.A. are going crazy. So the Dodgers Stadium are absolutely lost, as it was 40,527 was here that evening. So a large crowd. First and second, no outs. Yeager to bat, 1 for 2 runs scored. You know what pinch hitter for Hooten's coming up. Bench puts down the sign. Sarmiento from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Yeager, and that'll be a catch X for Bench. Does he get to it? No, it's a wild pitch. It gets past him. Bench has to get back to the screen. Baker to third. Monday to second, and Yeager will stay at the plate for another shot. So the Dodgers stayed in this game. Second and third, nobody out in the seventh. Down 3. Bench puts down the sign. Sarmiento from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 6-9. Ground ball to short. That's Concepcion. Does he come up with it? And he will, nice play, got him. Does he get him? Yes, he got him at first, but the run scores. The infield was back. So Concepcion went to the best out, and he took the out at first. So the Dodgers now down 2. It's 6-4 here in the 7th, and you're almost certain they will pinch hit for Hooten here. So let's see if they pinch hit him for Sarmiento, and they will. They'll bring up Ted Martinez. So Ted Martinez will come up. He's been up twice with no hits. He had 55 at bat during the season with a home run. We'll see what Ted can do here. Right-handed hitter. Bench puts on the sign. Sarmiento from the stretch. Runner on third and 1 out at 6-4. And the Reds will go to Doug Capilla. So Doug Capilla will come out. He's a left-hander. He kind of will turn Ted Martinez around. Martinez was a better hitter against righties. So they kind of play the percentages. Unfortunately for Doug Capilla, he got absolutely garbage, and his car doesn't look good. I've been told by scouts that he's probably not going to be up in the majors long. His arm has not looked good, and this is a real risk factor for the Reds here. I would have went to either probably maybe even a Doug Bear here, although you want to save him for the 8th and 9th. But this team does have a couple good bullpen guys, and Doug Capilla just is not one of the better ones. We'll see what Ted Martinez can do here. Runner on third. It's 6-4 Reds. Bench puts down the sign. Capilla from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Martinez. And he hits a line drive caught by Morgan. Oh, and there's 2 outs. And here's Davey Lopes. Lopes 1 for 3. RBI knocked back in the 3rd. So now Lopes comes in. Can Capilla get himself out of this 7th inning? Bench puts down the sign. Capilla looks in, the left-hander. Runner on third, 2 outs. Monday can get a walking lead home as he's a +9 on the hold. Here's the pitch to Lopes, and that will be a ground ball to short. Concepcion throws him out, and Doug Capilla does his job. How about that for the youngster? We played 7 here in Hollywood. Reds 6, Dodgers 4. Reds 6 runs on 12 hits and no errors, and is the Dodgers 4 runs on 5 hits. And now this has become a game of the bullpens here. So now we go to the 8th inning. Pitching for the Dodgers will be Bobby Castilla. So he has no record on the year. 2 innings, 5 hits, 2 walks. He's given up a home run. He's got an ERA of 27. And as a bullpen guy, that is going to be tough to bring down. He pitches 34 innings on the season, so it may take a bit for that to come down. But here is Rose again. Castillo usually pitches better against lefties. He's going to have basically lefty to come up on him here. So this was kind of a reverse righty decision for Lasorda here. Yeager puts down the sign. Castillo, a screwball pitcher, pitches to Rose. And that will be a struck him out. Rose took one on the inside corner, and Pete Rose is hot. 1 on the 8th, and here's Ken Griffey Jr. He's got 2 hits today. 2 hits back in the 2nd and 6th. Let's see if Griffey can get on here. Reds holding a very small lead, 6-4. They're out hitting the Dodgers 12-5. Yeager puts down the sign. Castillo with the windup. Here's the pitch to Griffey. 3-7, base hit center field. So Griffey has 3 hits in this ball game, and he's bringing that average up. So now here's Little Joe. Dodgers may think about pulling Bobby Castilla out. He started with him, so technically the 3 batters, Morgan will be the last lefty here. So if Foster comes up, he definitely could see a right-hander come in. Yeager puts down the sign. Castilla from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. Here's the pitch as Morgan went for the jump. Oh, he went the second. So now, it's a balk on Bobby Castilla. Oh, and Tommy Lasorda's livid. He's letting the home plate umpire know it. Runner on second, 1 out now in scoring position for Little Joe. He walked back in the 4th. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Yeager puts down the sign. Castillo from the stretch. He's a right-hander. Here's the pitch. And, Griffey was trying to steal third, but Castillo stepped off. Now Castillo being bothered out there, so he's working from the stretch. Yeager puts down the sign. Here is the pitch to Morgan. And now that's a fly ball down the left field line. That could be trouble. Foul. Ooh, he just missed it. And he takes call, third strike. So a big strikeout for Morgan. 2 outs here in the 8th. It's a 6-4 Reds lead. And now here's Foster. Now the smart thing to do here might be able to walk Foster and force him to pitch to Dreesen here, which I would personally do. And then you get out of it, and then you could probably get a new pitcher in. I would definitely do this. Again, I'm not managing either team. I'm just giving my thoughts as the announcer here at 6-4 Reds. 2 outs in the 8th. 6-13-0 for Cincinnati. Yeager puts down the sign. Castilla from the stretch, and they do walk him. How about that? They did listen to me. So Foster does get the INT, the intentional walk. It's first and second, 2 outs, and Dreesen will bat. Dreesen, the ballgame, has been on 3 times, 2 hits and a walk. But he's hitting a lefty, which he doesn't hit as well. Bench and Concepcion the bat. You can bet Lasorda will have a righty for either one of them. Yeager puts down the sign. Castilla from the stretch and the pitch. 2-6, and a fly ball right field. Smith is there, makes the catch, and Bobby Castilla gets the Dodgers out of further trouble. We head to the bottom of the 8th in Hollywood. It's Reds 6, Dodgers 4. So the Dodgers trying to get back in this ball game. Russell, Smith, and Say. Righty switch righty against Doug Capilla. He stays in the ball game. Holy smokies on this card. Oh, we'll see how long it lasts. Bench puts down the sign for him. Capilla, the lefty, to the righty, Russell. And that will be a 2-7 line drive, and it's caught by Russell. So he gets out of that one. Now here's Reggie Smith. This is where you definitely want a right-handed. This is definitely where you want a lefty here. So this will be a reverse opportunity for Capilla against Reggie. Again, Smith will bat for the right-hand side against Capilla. He hit his home run earlier off the right-handed pitcher Bonham. Bench puts down the sign. Capilla with the windup and pitch to Reggie Smith. And Reggie Smith, left center field, is back. Foster leaps and makes another nice catch. Foster with a beautiful catch as he throws it back in. Oh, again, he just misses that. Home run won the 12, got the 15. 2 outs in the 8th, 6-4 Reds. So now here's Ron Say. Foster making some great plays out there. So now Say the bat, and he loves to see a lefty here. So we'll see what decision they make. Bench puts down the sign. Capilla from the windup. He'll pitch to him, and he gets away with it. Concepcion gets it, throws him out, and Doug Capilla has done an amazing job here. 2 good innings of work, and the Reds lead it 6-4 as we head to definitely the biggest inning in baseball. We head you to the 9th. So again, let's look at statistically what's going on here. The Reds 6-13-0. The Dodgers 4-5-0. Biggest hits today have been the long ball. Again, it'll be Castillo pitching to Bench, Concepcion, and Geronimo. Right, left. Again, the better pitcher is Castillo against the lefties. We'll see if that changes. Yeager puts down the sign. Castillo with the windup. Here's the pitch to Bench. And that'll be a fly ball to center. That's a tough play for Monday. He's a 3. He's a good error rating and makes the catch. 1 away. 1 out in the 9th. Here's Geronimo. Again, he's 1 for 4. RBI single back in the 3rd. 1 out in the 9th. Reds by 2. Yeager puts down the sign. Castillo looking from the windup and pitch to Concepcion. And he hits a base hit up the middle. That's 2 hits for Davey. 14 hits for Cincinnati. They've had 14 hits and a lot of walks. They've been on base a lot today. Here's Geronimo. He's had a single and a double. He's officially 2 for 4. Left-handed hitting Geronimo against a right-handed screwball pitcher, Bobby Castilla. Yeager puts down the sign. Castilla from the stretch, and Concepcion was trying to get a good lead, but Castilla stepped off, and Concepcion had a hold. So again, Bobby Castilla holding runners close here. Geronimo 2 for 4. Castilla from the stretch. And here's a 3-5 and a walk. Castillo may have lost some confidence in what he was doing out there. I believe if I were the Reds here, they will probably bat for Doug Capilla here. He only had 2 at-bats during this 78 season. If they bat for him here, you'll probably see Doug Bear finish the 9th. Let's see if they bat for him here, and they do. And it's going to be Dave Collins. He's a young-looking switch hitter. He had 3 at-bats so far this year with no hits. So here's Collins, outfielder, has good speed. Yeager puts down the sign. Castillo from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Collins, and he walks him too. And the Reds have the bases loaded with a couple walks here in the 9th. And now here's Rose. This is where you want someone out there who doesn't have all this garbage on his card, which includes the walks. Castillo during the 78 season, 34 innings, 28 hits, and 33 walks. That is a 61-34 ratio. That's almost a 2 ratio when it comes to whip. Much, much too much. So Castillo, this is where Tommy, I think, needs to make this pitching change. The Dodgers will bring the corners in. So Garvey and Say in at the corners. Russell and Martinez, who's now in at second for Lopes, will be back for the double play. So it's hopefully Rose hits it on the ground to end this. Yeager puts down the sign. Castillo still in the game till I click this button. Here's the pitch to Rose. He stays in the game. Ground ball to short. Can Russell turn 2? It's a 3-33. Oh, he booted it. Russell cannot handle the exchange. And that'll be an E6, and the Reds lead 7-4. So an E6, a lot of times you can't assume the double play, and Rose will get the ribby. I think he may have gotten one there. He has 2 RBIs on the day, so the error must have given him the RBI. 7-4 Reds here in the 9th. Here's Griffey, 3 for 4, 3 singles, 2nd, 6th, and 8th. Castillo, then Tommy really needs to get this guy out of here. Russell prolonged the inning with that error. Yeager puts down the sign. Castillo from the stretch. And that'll be a 6-9 struck him out on the inside corner. So now here's Morgan. He's 0 for 4 in a run scored. Joe is definitely struggling with the bat up there. You can tell this with his swing and his stance as he sits there crouched, cranking the elbows. As Yeager puts down a sign for him. Castillo from the stretch. Reds only by 3. They have the bases loaded. They want more. Here's the pitch to Morgan. 2-4, fly ball to right. Reggie Smith's there, and the Reds leave the bases loaded. Yikes. That's going to hurt. So now the Reds have left 14 men on base through their 9 innings, and they lead by 3. 7-14-0 for the Reds. 4-5-1 for the Dodgers. So bottom line, Garvey, Baker, Monday. Dodgers one last chance at a Hollywood happy ending. On the mound, Doug Bear, 1 save on the year, 1 inning of work, 1 hit. He came in 1.98 ERA in 78 with 28 saves. He is their closer. Right-handed pitcher. Bench puts down the sign. Bear looks in. Pitch to Garvey. 6-6 fly ball to center. Geronimo is there. Makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Here is Baker. 0 for 2, a walk back in the 7th. Bench puts down the sign. Doug Bear looks in. Pitch to Baker. 1-8. Line drive caught by Rose. There's 2 outs. There's 2 outs in the 9th. Fans on their feet here. Dodgers trying to get their guys going here. The last chance and see if they've scripted a late ending for these Hollywood Dodgers. Otherwise, the Reds are going to win this here. 2 outs. Monday's had a game. Single homer to the 5th and walked in the 7th. Bear looking to close it out and get a save. Bench puts down the sign. Bear looks in. 2 outs in the 9th. It's the Monday. 3-6, and it's deep. The ball is way back and gone. It's gone. 2nd home run of the day for Monday. His 3rd. And the Dodgers are still in this. It's 7-5. So now here's Yeager. Ted Martinez on deck. So now a 7-5 ball game. Bench puts down the sign. Doug Bear trying to get out of this here. There is a tying runner on the on-deck circle. Pitch to Yeager. 5-10 ground ball to short. That's Concepcion. Let's see if he comes up with it. He got him, and that ends the game. So the Cincinnati Reds win this one by the score of 7-5. Let's quickly go over the box score. The Reds 7-14-0. The Dodgers 5-6-1. The Dodgers leave 14 on. The Dodgers only left 3 on base. Winning pitcher Bill Bonham, he went to 6. 5 innings, 3 runs, 3 earned. Sarmiento and Doug Capilla pitched an inning and 2/3. Very tough relief. Doug Bear came in, gave up the home run the Monday, but he still got the save. Burt Hooten went 7, giving up 12 hits, 6 runs all earned, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Too many base runners for Burt today. The Reds really let him have it. The Dodgers with multiple guys with 2 hits. Griffey had 3. Foster, Dreesen, Concepcion, Geronimo had 2 hits. Home runs in the game. Foster had his 4th. Bench had his 1st. Rick Monday had 2 to give him 3, and Reggie Smith. Pete Rose had 2 RBIs, gave him 7. Foster's 2 RBIs gave him 10. Dreesen had an RBI his 1st. Bench his 3rd RBI. Concepcion his 3rd. Lopes his 9th. Smith his 10th RBI. Monday had 2 RBIs to give him 7, and Yeager's RBI gave him 6. Final score: Reds 7, Dodgers 5. The Reds go to 4-7 on the year, while the Dodgers fall to 4-5. This has been a Monday night Sports Machine broadcast here of Major League Baseball. I want to thank you guys for coming in. For those who will watch the broadcast on Rewind later, thank you again. Please like, subscribe, comment, and we'll have more baseball, including the 1978 Yankee replay when they're on TV. Well, thank you, folks. We'll see you again. Have a good rest of your evening. And when you do watch this program, again, the win goes to the Reds. Talk to you later and have a good night.